All right.
Hello, Brad. Think it'll sharpen?
I think it will. Oh, it's for cooking. That's what I thought. It's actually supposed to be a chopper and a grater and all that stuff. So if I was actually going to sell something that, and maybe it's just for chopping that way because it has no cutting edge. So let's look. Okay, you got to push on it pretty good. You got to kind of saw through it, and that's actually the softer part of the apple too, by the way, not through the skin. So let's look here. Okay, first of all, it's cooking concepts: chopper, scraper, hacker, and grater. Okay.
You can't set that thing next to your computer.
No, it'll hack your computer. But anyway, I'm just actually a little amazed because it has no cutting edge on it. So let's see, and that's probably stainless, all right. And it's a little bit thick. So let's just go to town on it and see what happens here. All right.
Ooh.
I'm gonna put the table against my knee. So can I actually make a smooth cut, smooth blade out of it? No. You got to put a little pressure on it to get it to cut. That makes it grab. Then it skips a little, then it jumps, and then it makes a little chatter. But let's not whine. Let's just see if we can get her done. All right, I'm gonna do it this way. Yeah, that ain't gonna. I've never told people to pull this thing on something that you're gonna cut because it doesn't work. All right, let's see.
What kind of strategy are you using the table with there? What are you doing?
Okay, what I'm actually doing is I'm supporting with the edge of the table here, the surface. I don't want the piece that I'm sharpening clear out here. It's flexible, so I'll pull it back here to where it's just sticking over the edge there a little bit. And actually I see a little rivet sticking up here, so I may do it this way so it bumps up against it. I took my legs, get a hold of this little table here like that, and now we're going to let it hang over there a little bit, and I'm going to rip at the metal just like this, putting the most pressure probably from here to about here, let up on it and land about here somewhere. And I can actually see it starting to chamfer the cutting edge, what's going to be the cutting edge. And it is stainless steel, I'm pretty sure, because it's hard. And it's for food, so I don't think they'd make it out of mild steel. All right, let's turn it over and see what we got here. Right now I'm just ripping at the steel, trying to make the tungsten carbide corner cut like it would if it were a mill or a lathe or a tungsten carbide tipped saw blade. We'll just go along here, turn it over and go this way. All right, we're about ready to do our first test. There are very few sharpeners on the market that you could actually make knives and things like that where there isn't a knife there, and you just take your sharpener and you just rip the metal off and you actually make a blade out of it. You know, if this was in my camper or something and I was out somewhere and I absolutely had to have a knife, you know, maybe you can catch some fish but you don't have a knife with you, so you take your sharpener, you go into the kitchen part of your camper, the drawer, you find a piece of metal some sort, and you know, with this little, you know, business on here, you could actually work on the fish. You could cut it up this way. You could actually gut the fish you know, this way. There's a lot of stuff that if that, whew, that's actually starting to bite. You know, and if you take the time to sharpen it clear out to the corner, you know, you can go up this way or down this way. You know, you can cut, chop, and that's actually going to be I'm going to do a test. Okay, let's work on the wire edge if there is one. I always go through the motion as if it's sharp enough to have a wire edge on it. All right, let's see if it'll just, okay, that's much better than it was. My old rusty trusty apple here. Let's go through the peel so that it actually has to work a little bit harder. Okay. Let's make it just a little bit better than that. And since I'm not going to talk, so what did the chopper say to the Sharpen spark? You're a ripoff. I think that's what it said. All right, we're about ready to do it again. I think we might even be paper. Ooh, I can see a very, very small flat spots in there. Whew, better. Let's Chance's wife is donating part of the magazine here to me. So let's see what we got here. Really thin paper. Let's see if I can make it slice. Not quite yet. There it went. Oh yeah, there it went. But let's see on the apple. Get up here on the skin again. A little skin in the game here. Actually, that's slicing pretty good. So if you're going to chop like they say, so let's do the fingernail test. Poor thumb. It's definitely taking the fingernail off. Bites? Yeah, actually it bites. You got to kind of release. It does, you know, like this side here, I'll show you. See how it just slides right off? It really doesn't want to catch it all. It is a 90-degree corner, but it's not sharp. And if I did, see, it won't slide. It just sticks. You have to kind of have to back off just a little bit. So will it sharpen? Piece of stainless steel, good 32nd of an inch thick. Yes, it will. Will it slice? Yes. And if I, that really actually bites. And if I want to make it a lot sharper, I actually taper it down a little bit more, taper it down a little bit more, make it thinner, get rid of the little teeny tiny flat, ever so small, it's almost gone, edge that would still be on there. Like this is flat here, And about this much of it is actually very sharp. Up here is not quite as sharp. Down here is not quite as sharp, but right here in the middle where I really get a good whack at it is pretty good. So yes, it will sharpen. And now it is a real chopper and cutter. So this is Brad Buckner, Will It Sharpen series. You take care, have a good day, and you stay sharp out there.